Do my hair look okay?
It's
Just
good.
making sure. It be all the time.
Yeah.
I should probably put that stick down. I do.
What do you do?
So I'm actually a student supervisor. I work at the Rock Wall, and I also lead student trips on the Delta and on like Five Rivers and Dog River, like all around Mobile. Yeah, it's super fun. You know, we just chill.
I primarily contacted you about your experience in rock climbing because that's actually how I met you.
Mm-hmm.
I was working as
The camp
basically
counselor.
a babysitter.
Yeah,
camp
basically.
counselor at the rec center, and I met Gracie when I was doing my belay training.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell me a little bit about that?
So belay training is really fun because, especially if you already know what you're doing, because then you get to be the dummy for other people, which is kind of my job, and it's also how I met Freddie. Basically, you're acting as a pulley system for someone going up the wall. And so there's a couple of different like commands, rules that you have to know to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And when you're training for it, you do like announced falls, unannounced falls, surprise falls, like all that kind of thing. So my specialty is being the dummy and acting like I'm about to fall. And, you know, I give them I'm about to fall!
That's you left an impression on me for sure when I saw that. You started climbing as a freshman, so tell me more about that. Like, how long have you been climbing, and how did you start?
So I really just started climbing because I didn't have anything else to do. I came to South and I didn't have friends that came here like with me. Like a lot of people go to college and like their friends go with them. But I didn't know anyone, and I'd climbed like a couple of times in the past, like just for fun. But I just started coming in to see if I could like meet people, like start doing something actually interesting with my time. And I've been climbing since I was a freshman, so like 4 years now.
And did you meet your best friend through this?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, you met her through Outdoor Adventures?
Yeah, so she has been working for Outdoor Adventures for like 5 years. And so we just started like talking and hanging out. Like I told her I was going to a frat party one night, and she was like, oh, here, take my number in case you need it.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, and I like went out with her for her 21st birthday and stuff like that, so.
I wanted to know personally, what has Outdoor Adventures done for you as a person? What has rock climbing done for you? Kayaking, all of these things. Do you think there's been a significant change since you joined?
I definitely think so. It's definitely made me more confident in my leadership abilities. You learn how to solve problems and stuff like that, so it just kind of like leads into that confidence boost. Especially like with setting routes, because like climbing is fun, but I really enjoy setting, just because like I'm able to create a problem and I get to watch other people solve it. And you know, when people get off the wall after climbing something that I've set and they're like, oh, that was a great 5-6 or whatever, I'm like, yeah, that's me.
One thing we also talked about was you started doing a lot more like outdoor stuff because of your father. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell me more about
Yeah.
that?
So one time my dad, he was like, he'd been bugging me for a while to go canoeing with him. And I was like, Dad, outside his lane, okay? Finally, I'd like run out of excuses to like not go. And so we took an old ass aluminum canoe, strapped it to my car, and drove to the Cahaba River in Birmingham. I think we were on the water for like 2 or 3 hours. And it was just so much fun because it was like, at least for that day, it was just like all the conditions worked together to make it like so perfect. Like the weather was really nice, and like when we got home, my mom made us dinner, and there was like a football game on, and it was just like all the stars aligned to make it a good experience.
You mentioned regulars. Is there any regulars you're willing to tell us about that stick out?
Oh yeah.
Good or bad?
Yeah. We have this one guy named Jimbo. He's a little bit older, but he is honestly like the nicest human being I've ever met in my entire life. I kind of went through like a little period of time where I just wasn't climbing, and so I kind of lost like a little bit of my strength and stuff like that. And he was just bugging me for the longest time about getting back on the wall. And I was like, ooh, like, you guys are going to make fun of me. I'm not that good anymore. Like, I know I'm going to be bad, so why even try it? And he was just like, who told you that? Like, who told you we're going to make fun of you? And I was like, no one. And he was like, yeah, exactly. Get your ass on the wall. Like, I'll belay you. I just love everybody at the Rock Wall. I think they're all great. Like, everyone's so nice. Everyone is so, like, welcoming and giving and, like, generous. And, you know, if you ever need, like, someone to talk to, like, literally anyone in there will be like, what's got you there? Like,
Man, I remember when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
Kids would bring me
Yes.
to school, which I'm like, we don't have any.
we don't have room. We don't have room. We don't have time to do this.
Well, not only that, but we
We're
don't have
booking from
trees.
class to
We
class.
gotta get to lunch.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. No, exactly.
Yeah, but we have tons of fun stuff.
Get in that tent, girl. Yeah, can you get it? Wheel break?
I
Is this breakable?
No, these are just tents. I can
Okay.
slide them over.
I mean the poles are breakable.
Yeah, but
Your bones are breakable. Wow. Looks so good. Okay.
welcome to the recreation of my birth. These are super cool because they have this handy dandy front pocket. This is where I always keep my phone when I'm on a trip.
Fruit and snacks.
Yeah, keep snacks. I keep my trip plans in here too so I can look at the map when I get lost. 'Cause I get lost. Ready?
I'm so scared.
No, it's okay. We'll be okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. That could be the intro to the video.
No. Yeah, these are cool too because I also have whistles. So like if you're in danger, like you fell in the water or something like that, you can let us know. And then the back has a cute little reflective strip so we can see people when we have headlamps on. Caught a biggin!
I like this one because it looks like a banana.
This is one of the trip leader kayaks. We have basically the trip leaders. It's not like a rule, but like usually we just do it to make it easier. But the trip leaders are in this green one and in there's a blue one somewhere.
Does it just make it easier to identify?
Yeah, and then all the participants are in the red ones, so we can just that's the blue one right there. But yeah, participants are in the red ones, so we can point them out a little bit easier.
Okay. I like it because it looks like a banana.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah, this is Colin's favorite one. I always take the
Okay.
blue one.
Okay. So what do you think are like the funniest names? Because I've seen some very interesting, what are they called? Paths or routes? Or
Routes, yeah.
Routes, yeah. I've
Mhm.
seen some very interestingly named routes.
Yeah. Purple Nurple's pretty funny. We used to have one route on the window wall. It was called It's a Girl, and it was like all pink holds, and there was one particular hold that looked like a baby bump, and it was like, you know, it's a girl, like pregnant, you
The guy
know.
was pregnant one.
Yeah. So that one was pretty funny.
Okay.
I think they're all pretty.
They're all really creative.
They're all very
Like, there's not one that I see and I'm like, that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, actually, I think this one's my favorite one.
Is it like Legally Blonde?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
So cute. Like, it should, like, what? Like, it's hard.
What, like it's hard?
That's
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, that was.
And that's a 5'10", so
yeah.
that is actually
It's
hard.
it's actually
Okay.
very very difficult. Yeah. But yeah, it's really funny.
We have to.
You're an amazing climber.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know about that. That's how we set now.
Yeah.
So they're all like nice and neat.
Oh, that's cute.
It's actually really fun, like when you're about to start setting, to like get all your holds together, because
Yeah.
it's like putting on an outfit. I feel like
Aw.
Cher from Clueless. So behind here.
This is where the bad holds go to die. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, this is.
That's so cute.
Yeah, this is
Get a really good shot of this.
mainly like club gear. Like this is where everyone's like regulars put their shoes and stuff like that. Harnesses, truck bags.
It looks like a clubhouse. Like, I love that so
Mhm.
much. It's adorable.
Yeah, and you can climb up this little thing.
Scary.
It hurts my feet.
Oh, be
really bad.
careful.
Because it's metal.
Whoa, Tyler, stop moving around up there. How did you get there? Did you walk? Oh my Bye,
This is
Tyler.
so cool. Goodbye, Tyler. I love this. This is cute.
Yeah, behind the wall is really interesting. It's definitely not what you would expect it to be.
No, I honestly, it just like, I don't know. It's very clubhousey. It's very like, I don't know, youthful, if that makes sense. Like, it makes you think, like, feel like a kid, kind of. You're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, you're like inside this little building thing.
Uh-huh.
It's so cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, big papa chair.
Big hoss.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. That's great.